Alright, what's going on, guys? Today I have a Vornado Model 280 SS fan that I found at the thrift store today. It's one of the ones that has the swirly base. Oh, my bad. Let me turn that on. Has the swirly base and the variable speed controller in it. And I picked it up for a low price of $9.99. Figured it was well worth it, and I'll show you why in a second. Well, first off, is because it has that variable control. I'm not too fond of a variable control because, in my opinion, motors aren't really meant to be on variable controls because, I don't know, I guess it's just the frequency. It could probably burn up the motor, but this one seemed to last a while. But I'll show you the reason why I did pick it up, and that reason is because, oh, that's upside down. Vornado air circulator system. They call it air circulator system. 120 volts, 1.7 amps, 60 hertz, of course. Model 280 SS. There's a serial number. Made in the USA of Wichita, Kansas. Of course, it's UL listed. There's not much on the information tag. There doesn't really need to be much. As you can see on the back here, it is pretty dirty. It looks like it's in pretty fair condition, that somebody at least tried to keep it pretty clean, at least from the front. They probably stuck something in there and brushed it, kind of looks like it. Probably brushed the blade a little bit if they could. But you can see in there that motor is very dirty. But I will be making a video of this after I clean it. So this is a pretty cool fan. For being made in the USA, it's really good, and it's lasted a while, especially after being that dirty. I mean, if you just look in there. So, I forget what else I was going to say. I think they still made this type of fan. It just wasn't made in the USA. It's made in China, of course. I'm not sure what year this is from, but I do know that the plug does look pretty old, so I'm assuming it's probably from the 90s. I mean, this is an older fan. Definitely you could tell. And it really shows that Vornado didn't really change their design at all over the years. They kept the same base and all that. I have a new Vornado from 2020. It's a box fan kind of thing. I think it's like 14 inches. It's about the same size as this, but just in a box fan form, and it tilts. It has a digital control. You just tap it, and it turns. It doesn't have a remote, though, which I find kind of stupid. It's $40, so that's pretty expensive for this, but I think this one's more worth it. Not sure what kind of motor it has in there or what is all in there, because it looks like there's something in there. I'm not sure what, but I find it interesting that they call this an air circulating system instead of just a normal fan or an air circulator. But anyway, don't mind my messy room. I need to clean. Anyway, this thing has a pretty cool, pretty good tilting range. It could blow at the floor, or you could literally have it tilt all the way up to blow backwards, kind of, and up. So anyway, I'll go ahead and run this thing up. Nothing's wrong with it either. It works just fine. Tilting thing hasn't gone bad at all. So go ahead and turn on the lowest setting. It does have a hum to it, which is expected on a variable speed control. But it does move some air. If I get this piece of paper right here that I have just laying around because my room's messy, you can see that it moves. It definitely does move air, despite being as quiet as it is and low RPMs. So we'll go ahead and increase it a little bit. Starts to get loud, and you can also hear the restriction in the airflow because of the dust. You can definitely hear it. Turn it up a little bit more. Definitely moves a lot of air, that's for sure. Turn it up a little bit more. Now is where it starts to get loud. mid. Just blows the paper around like crazy. We'll go to high. Now there's no humming, there's just the noise of the air restriction from all the dust. So you get the idea. This thing is really powerful. And the spin down time isn't the greatest, but it's respectable for the condition that it is in. So I'll give it a tear down and clean, oil the motor and all that, and it'll be ready to be used. I find it's great. $9.99 for a thrift store find. That's cheap for something like this. Also, this thing also, like, it's heavy. I was talking to my mom about it, and I was like, this thing is heavy. And she was like, yeah, it's because of the base. I'm like, no, the base is very light. It's made out of, I'm not sure what kind of metal it is, but it's a light metal. It's hollow. The actual weight of the fan is literally here. You wouldn't think it because it looks like it's all plastic, but that motor in there, and I guess just all the plastic, makes it really heavy. So you can tell it's a good made fan. There's a good view of the speed control there. It just has high, off, high, and then low on the side. You can see it says air circulation system, Vornado, and then the wire comes out here. The design's pretty cool, how the wire goes in here, and then it goes through this variable speed control, and then there's just 2 wires going up to the motor. It's as simple as that. You don't have to have all those wires for the different speeds. It's just 2 wires. All the speed is done through this control right here. So, single speed motor on a variable speed control. So, anyway, that's it for this video, and I'll probably make another video after it's all cleaned, and thanks for watching.